Hey fam, alright, so it's time for our first unsung hero, Mattie Mays. Mattie was taken from her mom when she was 4 years old. She had been born into slavery, and as a child, she was sold. When she got a little older and she finally was free, she vowed to give her kids a home where they could just be. In 1910, she moved to Saskatchewan, to be precise. Although it was a new start, it was far from paradise. There weren't that many places where black folk felt included, so Mattie founded a colony that was uplifting and secluded. The colony was Shiloh. They made it all their own. 12 black families grew to 50 in one town they called home. There, Mattie raised 13 kids and delivered lots of others. She was the local midwife, helping babies and their mothers. Miss Mattie created a haven where people could feel protected. The town's beloved matriarch, she was loved and well respected. Mattie Mays, born Martha Jane Warner, was born enslaved in Georgia around 1846. Sadly, archival and census records show that she was separated from her mother when she was only around 4 years old. Growing up, Mattie considered herself a free slave, as her owners weren't terrible. Named after the master's wife, she was favored and given lighter duties in the master's household. Her main job was as a shoe fly girl, meaning it was her responsibility to keep flies off the table while the family was eating. Later on in her life, Mattie worked for an optician and eventually made her way to Tennessee. During this time, she was trained as a midwife and met her husband Joseph, who was a Baptist minister. The couple eventually moved to Texas before making their way to Oklahoma. It's assumed they moved to escape the racism that was prevalent in Texas. Later on, Mattie and Joseph moved to Canada. It's widely thought one of their reasons for immigrating across the border was that in 1905, Oklahoma became a state and the Jim Crow laws implemented, segregating black people from white people. It's also during this time Saskatchewan was offering free farmland, so in 1910 they moved to the Maidstone, Saskatchewan area, becoming some of the first black settlers in the province. During their time in Saskatchewan, the Mays family left their mark. Many times, Mattie could be found walking for kilometers at a time to help deliver babies, regardless of the color of their skin. In addition to helping deliver many babies, Mattie helped settle the Shiloh community. The historic Shiloh Baptist Church near Maidstone was once the center of a community of African American farmers who settled in Saskatchewan after fleeing racial segregation in the US. Today, it has become a provincial heritage site. Mattie lived to see her children and grandchildren raised in freedom, and is often fondly referred to as the matriarch, the mother of that part of Saskatchewan. So, there we have it. This week's unsung hero, Mattie Mays. Now, if you were inspired by that story, let me know what you think about Mattie Mays, our unsung hero, in the comment section below. And I'll see you next time for another unsung hero.